Greetings, ladies and gentle players. It is another Monday, this March of 2021, making it a wonderful day for murder. As you can see here, I am on the Fox, and I am on Tenu Kill, because Tenu Kill is up next. Trying to do the double rank from 5 to 7. I honestly, I don't know why this goal is something that I care so much about, but I do. Like, I've already done the 6 to 7, and for some reason, it's just important for me to be able to go from 5 to 7 without losing to any 5 dons. I don't know. That's just a thing. I have been pursuing it. We are currently 7-0. You might remember that, unfortunately, Turtles, who is now 6 don, we went ahead and ranked him up. After this section, we dropped these 2 games. Only these 2 games. I don't know what was going on in my head when I played these 2 games, but yeah, we dropped just those 2. Without those 2, we would have double ranked to 7 off of that. So trying to improve upon it. Those of you who are curious, we've also got Dwyrin here, my namesake account, which is going to be at 7 don in 2 more games because we're on a 7-game win streak, and we can get through this pretty easily. Not a problem there. Kosumi is, of course, dropped to 6. And last but not least, Basic Man is currently 4 and 3, which is pretty good. Not going to drop down anytime soon. Basic Man. Looks like Basic Man's going to stay at 7, while my attempts to kill people repeatedly keep dropping me out of 6. It's kind of annoying, to be honest. It's supposed to go the other way around. But hey, what are you going to do?
To play.
Get a game. That's what we're going to do. We're playing someone who's 10 and 10, so 50-50. Not bad. I'll just do 4-4-3-4. I thought about 3-4 double facing, but I'm not really sure what to do about it with this one. So I'll just do a bit more traditional, considering he's got a weird off star point, unorthodox kind of opener here. This goes pretty much to here. Tari down. Ah, he's trying to get in the old tricks-a-doodles. I'll just play here. Ah, he's not gonna ladder me. See, he's got big brain ideas. He's not gonna ladder. That's okay. I might play here. Then again, if I play here and he plays here, that's actually Sentai, isn't it? Alright, up there. And then this one. Since we're alive here, I can go and play elsewhere. Cool. So his win condition is right-hand side. I didn't split on star point, because if I do that, then I'm too close to this one. This is not a very good idea. This is going to strengthen me. He's going after second line territory. Essentially. I don't think he means to, but he is. Do we play here? Or do I want to play this one? I play here, he plays there. I think I might just go ahead and just do this one. I don't think I'm going to care about which way I drop down. He can do whatever he wants. Yep. Hane. Uh-huh. Now we're nice and fine here. I could do this. Like, there's no reason to, though, to be honest. I play here, he's gonna cut me 100%. He has to. It's not a question. He has to. Whatever. Do whatever you want, dude. You know what? No, I have to. Uh-huh. Yeah, I know. I guess I had Tari. Like, I don't want to just play here. I could just play here. It's not a bad move. He can't kill me. Here, there. I defended casually. What are you gonna do now? We should be alive with this shape. We don't need much territory. Only made like 1, 2, 3, 4. This section is the large section. Okay. Okay. We can play here if he doesn't play away. Okay, I can play here because I can Hane. So yeah, he's got a big corner. That's fine. That's not a problem. Now we're gonna go play. Actually, I'm gonna play down one more because he can't surround, so that's fine. Not being greedy. He can have. I mean, the corners. Don't get me wrong. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like, dude, seriously, like 25 points. That's like seriously good. I just don't care. What? He's trying to go through this, I guess, but then I get to play here. So I mean, that's fine. He'll have to play over here again. This is not alive as is. Make sure I have 2 eyes, I guess. Something like that ought to work. Again, I'm not gonna do anything weird here. I'm just gonna settle. I'm kind of playing basics against this guy. Okay. Right. He hurt himself now. That's kind of cool. I like. Take the enclosure. Pretty cool. I like that too. I'm gonna reverse sensei this and then just surround his group. Stop it. Okay. He should come out now and ignore this. Good. We're going to surround him now. So I think I can kill this now. Like, I got here, here, and to here, right? If he cuts here, that's fine. This is the one that's scary. Like, here, here, and something like over there. I'm gonna throw and then cut and see where it gets me. Seems like that just connected all up, eh? He has to try to go through this. He might be able to, though. I'm not really sure. Okay, we're good here. Okay. I see 1 eye. Does he have 2? Can you, like, play here, maybe into here, into there? Alright, that's Ko. That's definitely Ko. I can definitely play here and play Ko. But I don't think I really need to, because again, he only has this, so we're making territory. I can come up from the top to attack this little guy. This stone hasn't been killed, so if I extend it out, this has to connect underneath here, and it's just like a headache. But at the same time, everything I just highlighted is a Ko threat, right? So why wouldn't I? You know? Like, if I play here, he's going to play like this one, right? And then this one? No? How does he live here, actually? Hold up. Hold up. Bop, bop, bop. Wait, how does he live here? Wait, I'm confused. How does he live here? Because this doesn't connect back to... Yeah, this is already there, so... Here? Into... I'm a little confused. Is he just dead? Maybe he attaches and then plays this one? Maybe this lives. I don't think so. I don't see how. Atari? I think he had a chance with maybe the Atari down. Maybe. These 3 sets are definitely dead. Oh, maybe he can play like here now. Right. So here's the problem. Here's the problem. If I play here and he plays here, I can play here into there. right? That's a problem. Because he plays here and then clamps. It's still dead. Like, it's gonna hurt. I ain't saying it ain't gonna hurt. I'm gonna play here and take. It's fine. Okay, so we're live in the corner completely. I guess he's just gonna shrug it off. Like, you know, he's just gonna shake it off. Shake it off. Because he goes... He's got dates to go out on. Oh, he resigned. Never mind. Alright, well, that was a 10-minute game. If that. Let's review, shall we? I think we shall. We're now 8-0. It's good, it's good, it's good, it's good, it's good. Only 106 moves, though. Only 106 moves. Let's see how this happened. So there were a series of unfortunate oversteps from my lovely opponent here. So this is fine. Now, how this usually goes after the Atari is Atari down and then bam, bam, bam. Now, here's the problem. If we, and I will break out my handy dandy little tool for this. Go back to my track. My tool, hello, tool. Ah, there's my tool. I see it over here. If we break out my handy dandy little tool, we can see that the ladder goes in a nice little staircase pattern across the board, over and over and over to here, right? Now the problem is, and this is a big problem, the question is, across the staircase pattern, are there any moves in here that are important to me? Well, that's pretty important. And now it ruins the staircase, so he'd have to take. And then I get an extension. So in exchange for him choosing this ladder variation, I would get the enclosure and an extension. Now, my opinion is that would put me at a reasonable position. Judges? Right, so he's got to use this very, very effectively because getting the enclosure and extension in exchange for 1 stone is pretty good, So he decided not to do that, obviously, because he obviously thought that, you know, my getting the enclosure is bad. So he played this one instead, which wouldn't be too terrible if he went ahead and killed it. But the fact that he didn't means, obviously, the stone's not dead. So I could play here whenever I want. He can probably Hane. But then he has to go back and make sure that this isn't going to be a problem, because I can cut and kill these 2 stones. And therein lies the issue, right? If I have a group on the outside here, and I can bring these 2 stones, this 1 cutting stone back to life, then these 3 stones are in a lot of trouble. Now, what are the odds I'm going to get a group over here to do that? Well, we split. Oops, hello, sorry. We split. And then he pushed me over towards there immediately, and then gave me influence. So, if we consider that, again, just whatever. If we consider that again, that's pretty much everything we're looking for, you know? We got the influence here, we got the thing on the outside, and then this is in trouble. So that's why this isn't really played all that much, and by that I mean, like, at all. And since that game was so short, let's go over a YKPCX game. He's a human Tendon on Fox. One of the very, very few. Very hard to get Tendon on the Fox. It's a bit more of an honorary rank. You have to not lose to 9 Dons for starters. And generally speaking, that's against other professionals. And I think you also have to win some kind of tournament to be promoted to the lovely Tendons. YKPCX is fanting you. He is in the top 10, I think, in the world, which is one of the reasons why he is so highly ranked. He does a little bit better online than offline because some of the complicated stuff that he gets into It doesn't always work out when you have a lot of time to think about it, but again, he's top, so that's fine. So he is black in this game against a 9-dan. I think a professional. Opens up, as you can see, nice, lovely orthodox, and we have one of the bloopers moves attaching to the enclosure. Now, this is pretty straightforward. I confess this is pretty straightforward. You have nice, simple Hane. White Hane's back. Into the happy little Atari. Into the extend, because we're fighting over ladders now. White says, I will Atari you for Raji. Now the extend up is important because we have the threat of a ladder, right? So he gets the ladder. Aji. Not expected to live, just Aji. See, we have Sente. Gotta go ahead and double tap that. Double taps it like so. And then he goes... You will note he's not going to play a move like this one, because then you can play something like this one into something like this one and just kind of lean on it. And at that point, like, where are you going? Are you just gonna settle here? Like, this isn't good enough. Because you got the corner, you've got black making thickness, so he's very much going to try to attack the whole thing. Extend to more liberties. Hane, because if he plays something like this, for example, he's going to have to go back and, protect here. And then you've got this one, and then this one. Like, that's not good. That's not good shape, right? So he turned instead. Cut's available, the Hane is available, and this is no longer Sentai, which is good. His turn to attack all of it. White's just trying to surround. Alright. I like that. He's not trying to, for example... go off and live with this group, because that would be slightly insane and way too tiny. So I'm going to surround you. Pokey, pokey, poke. Figuring these 2 stones are dead, so it's just profiting. Nice. We have extension, blocking the enclosure. Nicely done. This isn't surprising. White doesn't back off into this one because there's like 3-3 and approach and all that stuff. Instead, he's backing off into an enclosure. That's kind of where we are nowadays. Good old expansions. This Joseki is also fairly common nowadays. In order to trade kind of some of the outside for corner. See, now we have to Hane here. Yeah. But it also activates or tries to reactivate 2 stones, so cool. Now, yeah, you do lose out a little bit local here. For example, you can still definitely imagine black being able to play a move like this one and taking not just all of your corner, but also the outside. So this is very, very targeted for important reasons for the outside. In that case, we have this. Oops. There we go. Threatens to Hane and the inn. Threatens to Atari. Looks like we're going to go ahead and disconnect. Got to be careful, though. After this cut, there's 1, 2, 3 liberties. Got to watch out for that. So we have the cut. Now we have 4 liberties. But this only has 3, so what's black going to do is black going to just kill the 2 stones. That would be really, really good for black, or for white, sorry. Because if we play here, this is Sente. Into maybe, I don't know. Something like this, keep surrounding maybe? Maybe something like that? Maybe we could do this one instead. No, I'm not liking that one so much. But yeah, you get the idea. So it's the Ataris. And then extends. Now we've delightfully complicated things, because the Hane here is huge. The Atari here is pretty huge, but so is this one. So what is white going to do? Is white going to kill the 4? Is white going to try to go for all of it? What's the goal here? Got the Atari. into the Atari. We can't take right now. Otherwise, it's all dead. So extends on up. And extends on up. Now these are dead, which is a lot. Don't get me wrong. 4 stones here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stones here. That is a lot, but we're getting some on the left-hand side too. So we play here. Yep, yep, yep. This isn't too much of a threat. There's a ladder here. That is for sure. That is for sure. But you got to be careful about things like this because they're slowly bringing back to life these things. And this still works. Yep, there we go. Trying to attack. Instantly defends. Make sure they can't do the turn that we just saw. Sacrificing the outside. Forcing moves. Now here is an interesting position because white has killed black in the middle of the board. And if we were to look at this, it could be tied as long as black keeps the right side of the board. And we did pick up a bunch of territory on the left side. But the question is, what is going on with these stones? Well, threaten to put them behind enemy lines with a go away. Something like this if they ignore. That one's pretty good. Because if we play this one, there's like a lot of Atari here. If we play here into here, then what do we do? Like if we play defend this way, there are these kind of things, which would be very, very bad. So black plays the Atari, gets rid of that. Threatens to cut through, nicely done. And here, you could play this, hello? You could play this, but there's no real reason to. You're probably gonna get what? Maybe this one first? Into that? Haven't really succeeded in doing much besides kind of over-concentrating yourself. So it comes on the outside. These are important moves because this group, mind you. Yep, because of the double Atari right here. Yep, yep. Black takes because the outside is so important. Like if we can imagine right now, let's say, I don't know. Let's say we were to do what? Maybe this one, right? Maybe this, something like this one. You've got this for the Atari still. And the taking of the 2 stones. That's pretty big. You've got this for maybe later. Well, actually, no, you can't ever play that, can you? Strike that one off your record. So, takes immediately. Gets to connect. Has to live in the corner. Now we're nice and alive. But it looks like white probably is not 100% yet. You can connect here and throw in still. So as long as this eye isn't really a possibility, maybe you can kill white. But the chances that you're going to ever get 5 in Sente, or the block 5 in Sente, a little bit unlikely, but, you know, there's some Aji here. Playing a way to attack the top. And this is where the game gets very, very interesting. Like you can see white, or black, not engaging and trying to keep pressure on white stones, right? Not just kind of following his opponent around the board. White not wanting to lose all of his stones because the right, keep in mind, is massive amounts of territory. Does defend himself, but check out some of these extra moves here. Like he drops down rather than playing this one. And just kind of getting extra strength, right? He just goes straight down. Because if white doesn't defend the cut, or this cut here, then, you know, top's going to be in trouble. So he defends there. Gote. We play elsewhere because now we're trying to strengthen the top side. Doesn't want his corner being, you know, destroyed. So he responds. Nice free move. Now we go into the surround. which is also acting as a lifeline for that middle group. He's doing multiple things at once. He's attacking for profit. The profit in this case is we're getting our weak group out of harm's way. White has to not be dead, so he's going to respond. Note he's not playing a passive variation like this one, for example. That tells you a lot about what's going on in here. He really intends to put pressure on this center group. But why is he wanting to do that? We can see at this point from the estimator, even with these stones dead, Black has a pretty decent lead if he can keep the right-hand side. He doesn't have to go on any more attacking sprees. He's saving his middle group. He's getting White to forcibly fix him on the right-hand side. So as long as we get a move in like this at some point to secure all this fourth line territory, then we've probably won the game. But one thing you will note about professionals is they don't just passively go and well, okay, some pros passively go and end of the game. The ones who are usually at the top of the ladder, like your top players, they're the ones who usually don't just passively end a game just because they're ahead, because they've played a lot of games. They know the minute you go into that passive mode, you're giving your opponent like potential control of the game to start coming back and making their resurgence. If you keep pressure on them, they can't slip away from you and try like that last ditch effort to come back into the game. So they're just forced to be on the back foot, as it were, until the game is over. So here, Black is not letting up on keeping pressure on White. He's not giving an inch. Even though he's ahead, he's not giving an inch. And we see this from top pros all the time. Goes ahead and make sure there's no cut here. That'd be bad. White has no choice but to look elsewhere for his eyes. So even if there was something else he wanted to do on this board, some last, like, all or nothing kind of thing to close that gap, he can't because he's a busy guy, right? So he attaches. White's now being poked at the shapey points. Getting a base. Can't attack anything if we're weak. And we're getting more points here. Like, it's just kind of a problem. White comes in. Not leaving any Aji behind. Not letting himself be completely surrounded. Poking at the shape, or the shape connections. Okay, pretty good. Black says, no, I'm connected here. Go away. 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 And then he finally plays away. This is actually really huge because without this point, we could have something like this still. And now that's a lot of territory over there. At this point, we're still White was not given time of day to try to close the gap, and we're still nicely 30 points minimum behind as White here. Black's about 31 points ahead. So cool. That's why we keep pressure on opponents even when we're ahead. If we just back off, that can shrink. And we keep backing off, it keeps shrinking till might be 20, 30 points ahead, but at the end of the game, we just keep backing off because, we're ahead. Who cares? Then what winds up happening is it's a close game, and then suddenly it's a thrown game. We've all been there, right? So, puts on pressure. White counter pressures because he can't just be like, all right, I'm just going to take this reduction now because why not? Like, no. He's going to counterattack the group that can only be attacked. Black says no. White says yes. Black says, oh, really? Now, the payoff here is to try to attack this group because the corner is being severely damaged. And just like so, White says, I'm going to try to attack the top group. If I can kill that off, I might be back in this thing. Black connects. Looks like we have a dead group over here. And this is the why I chose this game. This last-ditch effort for white to get back in here. Oof. I love that he's making the attempt, but I love the outcome even more. I love the outcome even more. Because right now it looks like black is in a bad way, doesn't it? Looks like black is not a comfortable person. So he plays here, forces a connection, drops down. Okay. Threads connect underneath. If we keep doing this, if we keep doing something like this, we could easily imagine, for example, either worse, something like this one, into death. He got us. Top stones are toast. Ends that possibility. Ends that possibility. Asks to live. Says no. This is where it all becomes painful. You can see it now, right? This counterattack let black out. And what is black doing? He's poking at the shape points. Or he's poking at the connections again. Because remember, that's not an eye. That's not an eye. This might not even be an eye. And there's like a... No, not that. And there's like a poke here too, right? There's a poke here. So how is white alive? White says, I'm obviously trying to kill you. And make shapies. Atari's try to kill a top. Into this, which is going after this one. Now here's the thing. You might say, but white has this. Technically not incorrect, but does white even have that? Because couldn't you just play here, into here? Like, there's a lot of ways to disconnect this. Right? A lot of ways to disconnect this. Which is why at this point, white resigns, because the connection isn't safe, and now we've opened up this to kill the top. It looks like there... come back here, white. There's nothing we can do here to connect, and we don't have our eyes yet. So that counterattack went into a complete collapse because the both groups on either side of the group that they were trying to attack weren't safe by themselves. They were only safe together. So when white came out, or when black came out, sorry, when black got to come out, then suddenly both the group's vulnerabilities came back into light, and it was just too much. Like, he could have retreated now. He could try to retreat, you know? But even at this point, it's dangerous because we're cut off, you know? Even now, it's a question of, I don't know. So yeah, cool game. It featured a couple of things. One, giving up stones on the bottom for profit on the right. So we had attacking for profit, and we also had attacking just to kill things. And we also had attacking to keep pressure on the opponent in order to keep our lead, right? So, cool game from YKPCX. Which brings us to the end of Murder Monday. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you're enjoying the series. And as always, I'll see you next time. Take care, everybody.